Hello everyone and welcome to Barca News. It's December 16th, 2022 and Rabiot has reportedly offered himself to Barcelona. Also, the club are reportedly interested in the Croatian fullback Josip Juranovic, and Barcelona are being heavily linked with the Japanese midfielder Daichi Kamada. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and Barcelona are set to receive a financial boost from FIFA for sending 17 players to the World Cup. Now, as I reported previously, Barcelona set a historical record for having the most players in a single World Cup, and as such, Barcelona are set to receive 3.8 million euros from the special program for clubs which FIFA runs. And this is the same program that paid for Ronald Araujo's salary since he was injured during the international break. And now they will be paying Barcelona for all the players that participated in the World Cup. And they're also going to be paying for the players who participated in the World Cup and who are no longer linked with Barcelona, but did form part of the club in the past 2 years. Now, this program will pay 146,000 euros to Barcelona for Antoine Griezmann and will also pay 117,000 euros for Lionel Messi. Now, it seems that Messi continues to generate money for the club, even though he's no longer a player of Barcelona. And as I would like to remind everyone, since there are people who always say that Messi is one of the reasons why Barcelona are currently in their difficult financial situation, that is absolutely false. Lionel Messi, in fact, generated 3 times his salary through jersey sales, ticket sales, TV rights, sponsorship, and so on. So if you ever hear anyone saying that Messi is one of the main reasons why Barcelona are currently broke, that's absolutely false. And as the Parisians found out, Messi brings in a lot of money to the clubs because within the first week that PSG signed Messi, they were able to make up their entire investment in jersey sales alone. So all the money that they have made on Messi and for the past season and a half has been pure profit for the Ligue 1 club. Now, speaking of the World Cup, Sergio Busquets has officially announced his retirement from international football. Now, after 15 years and 143 appearances for the Spanish national football team, Sergio Busquets announced his retirement through his social media account, where he thanked all his former coaches and teammates, and where he wished the Spanish football team and their new coach good luck in their future endeavors. Now, Sergio Busquets' appearances with the Spanish football team saw him lift the World Cup in 2010 and also lift the Euros Cup in 2012. Now, on to the news that Ansu Fati, Eric Garcia, Alejandro Valde, and Robert Lewandowski have all returned to Barcelona and rejoined their teammates at the Ciudad Esportiva Sporting Complex for training. Now, as I reported previously, all the players who did not participate in the World Cup began training last week, and Mark ter Stegen, Ronald Araujo, and Andreas Christensen joined their teammates this week and began training as well. Now, Ansu Fati and Eric Garcia, who did not have much playing time with Spain in the World Cup, have cut their vacation early and rejoined their teammates in training. And Alejandro Valde, who did have more playing time than Eric Garcia and Ansu Fati, has also cut his vacation early and come back to rejoin his teammates in training. Now, Robert Lewandowski, whose Poland was eliminated in the round of 16, has also cut his vacation early and rejoined his teammates. As more and more days continue to pass, we're going to see more and more players come back to Barcelona because, as I reported previously, every player who did participate in the World Cup will have a 1-week vacation from the day that their team were eliminated. Now, on to the news that Barcelona have issued an official statement in regards to the European Court's ruling against the Super League. Now, as I reported in yesterday's video, the Attorney Advocate's Office has issued a non-binding decision against the Super League, rejecting its legal claims and reaffirming UEFA's monopoly over football in the European continent. And if you want to know more about that decision and its ramifications, make sure you check out yesterday's video, which I will leave a link for at the end screen at the end of this video. Now, Joan Laporta has met with Real Madrid's president Florentino Perez and with Bernd Rijkaard, who is the CEO of A22, which is the agency that the Super League has hired to represent their interests. And after their meeting, all 3 parties issued an official statement addressing the Attorney Advocate's decision, and they said, "The Super League isn't dead, not at all. It's very much alive. We'll keep working until the judgment. We are still convinced that UEFA can't be everything at once. They organize the competition, they regulate the competition, and at the same time they control access to the market. They're judge and jury. In any sector that would be intolerable, because there wouldn't be any innovation. What the Advocate General's opinion left clear is that UEFA have to open up access to the market, and their opinion must be subject to clear rules that limit them in that role. For me, that's a step forward. Until next year, we'll keep working, proposing solutions, listening to the parties involved, and developing our proposals. Obviously, after that, we'll need a solid legal basis to propose them. Now, the Super League is a contentious subject, and as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I'm a little bit torn about this league because on one hand, I am against the Super League because I don't believe that players should be playing more matches than what they already do. I'm also against it because when you have teams facing off against the European giants every week, it kind of takes the allure of it. But I am at the same time in favor of the Super League because I do believe that clubs should be able to form their own leagues, run their own leagues, profit their own leagues, and set their own rules rather than to be subject to the whims of UEFA and FIFA, which on more than one occasion we have seen that these boards are full of corruption and greed. Now on to the news that Barcelona are reportedly interested in signing Josip Juranovic, but only if he arrives in the club as a free agent. Now, as I reported many times before, Josip Juranovic has become one of the most coveted players in Europe, given that he's considered one of the most promising young talents in football. And as such, all the major European clubs are currently interested in signing the 18-year-old striker, whose contract will expire with Dortmund in the summer of 2023. Now, Dortmund are keen on renewing the contract of Juranovic, and they are putting pressure on him to extend his contract with the Bundesliga and with the Bundesliga team. And in fact, they have sent him 2 renewal offers. However, Juranovic has yet to respond to those offers because it's reported that he wants a 6 million euro salary, and he also wants a low release clause because he knows that many European clubs are currently interested in him, and he doesn't want to close the door on any of those clubs by having a high release clause. And on the other hand, Dortmund do want to place a high release clause in the contract because of course they want to cash in on the value of their young star. Now, it's reported that Liverpool, Manchester United, and Chelsea have all reached out to Dortmund and to the player's entourage. And it's reported that if Dortmund cannot convince Juranovic to extend his contract, that they will listen for offers for him so they can try to sell him in the winter transfer market before his contract expires and he ends up leaving for free. Now, it's reported that Barcelona want to sign Juranovic, however, only if he arrives at the club as a free agent. And even though Juranovic does prefer to go to Barcelona because he's always been a Barcelona fan since he was a kid, he would have to wait for Barcelona until the summer. So that means keeping up with the pressure of Dortmund, who are willing to receive a transfer fee from either of those 3 clubs, which are Liverpool, Manchester United, and Chelsea, which are interested in the 18-year-old. Now, there's also the consideration of playing time because Juranovic, after all, is going to want to be a starter and have as much playing time as possible. And Barcelona right now have a lot of competition in their attacking line, and Juranovic is not going to want to come to Barcelona to sit on the bench and stagnate his development. Now, on to the news that Rabiot has reportedly offered himself to Barcelona. Now, the 27-year-old midfielder's contract with Juventus will expire in the summer of 2023, and it's reported that Rabiot is looking for a change of scenery, and as such, he has offered himself to Barcelona. Now, Barcelona attempted to sign Rabiot back in 2019 when his contract expired with PSG. However, a battle ensued between both clubs, and the tensions got very high, and as such, Rabiot decided to instead receive the more lucrative offer and go play in Juventus in the Serie A. Now, Rabiot has had an inconsistent spell at Juventus, but he has recovered his best form this season, and he's also been a regular for Deschamps in this World Cup. Now, Rabiot reportedly prefers to play at Barcelona, even though he has more lucrative offers from some Premier League clubs. Now, on to the news that Barcelona are currently interested in the Croatian fullback, Josip Juranovic. Juranovic is a 27-year-old right back who currently plays for the Scottish club Celtic, and he has had a pretty good performance in the World Cup, which has caught the attention of Barcelona. Now, Juranovic is a specialist in the right back position. He's a very powerful player, who's very good defensively, but can also push forward and support the attack. And Juranovic does have a contract with Celtic until 2026 with a 6.5 million euro market value. Now, it's reported that Barcelona's interest in the player is just that, is just an interest for now, because after all, Barcelona's number one option to reinforce the right back position is of course the Argentinian Juan Foyth. Now on to the news that Barcelona are being heavily linked with the Japanese midfielder Daichi Kamada. Now Kamada is a 26-year-old attacking midfielder who currently plays for Eintracht Frankfurt, and his contract with the Bundesliga club will expire in the summer of 2023, and it's reported that the player has no intention of renewing his contract, and as such he's now being heavily linked with Barcelona. Now Daichi Kamada has been having a pretty good season in the Bundesliga, where he has scored 7 goals, provided 3 assists in 13 matches, and he has also started in all the matches of Japan in the World Cup. Now we will end today's video with the news that the Turkish club Galatasaray is the only club willing to pay a transfer fee for Memphis Depay. Now, as I've reported many times before, Barcelona are looking to offload Depay in the winter transfer market. However, they're not willing to allow him to leave for free, as the player has requested from the club. Well, it seems that Galatasaray are the only club right now who are willing to pay a transfer fee for Depay, who is set to meet with Xavi once he returns from his vacation in order to discuss his future. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Peace, Barça.